Alright, Badcube, Old Timer Series number 12, Justice Force Maintenance LORRY. Yeah, so it's pretty much now their version of Hoist. Stats. Bio. Pictures. Alright, so you pretty much see comes with this stuff here. Instruction booklet. There's cards. One Badcube kind of card, and there's one that looks like the Masterpiece cards. And it comes with all these accessories. And there's the knights from the Decepticon Raider and King Arthur's Court. The knight. Is part for a rumble. And there's the horse and the suit that Spike, I believe, puts on. So I don't have Warpath. They're War Dog Warpath. I don't have any Masterpiece. I believe it was Ramjet in the episode. I don't have any of those. I do have Rumble. So, you know, hey. He comes in this clamshell. And the first thing you know is you pick this up, he is very heavy. Oh. No, he's very heavy. He's very nice vehicle. You can The only bad thing about their vehicle modes for their Trailbreaker and their Hoist is the undercarriage. Now, if you look at it straight this way, it looks fine. Just from the side view, you can see all the kibble sitting in there. From the back, it's not that bad. It's mainly, or head on, it's not bad. It's just mainly from the side view. You know, it's not that, but you know, you can say, hey, that's a piece of the car. This video is pretty much just me to give my thoughts of the figure, so I'm just going to show off the vehicle mode before I transform him. If he's anything like their Trailbreaker, which I do have, which I did a video but would not upload, it was messed up somehow. I'm not transforming Trailbreaker ever again, just for the fact that I don't feel up to it. So I'm going to transform this guy, and might put a few labels on him, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you my thoughts on this figure. Alright, well, here's LORRY and all his glory. And he is a very good representation of Hoist. I did do the collapse on the legs to make him shorter in stature, so he is not as tall as Speedbump. He comes up to about his top of his chest. I also didn't do the where you can shrink the fat belly of him down to be more like this, where it comes up more on the windshield. Because in the cartoon, he had more of the, you could see his little things on the inside more than you couldn't on him. So I left it this way on Hoist. Like I said, Badcube. The reason I went with Badcube, I did a video on him, but the video would never upload. But I got Speedbump first, of course. I had him since November. I chose him over MMC because of, mainly just because of the head sculpt. I prefer this head sculpt over the other one. I'm pretty sure MMC might have a little bit better transformation, but because he was a pain. Now, overall, his likeness is very good to the cartoon. I think MMC nails the stomach area a little bit more, but I think they get the legs just a little bit more. MMC is a little more sleek. I think it's slender, but I like this Badcube. And these toys are hefty. These feel, you paid $100, they feel, they're full of die cast. They're heavy. They're solid. My only cons on Speedbump was just getting this backpack in the correct way. So pretty much I'm never going to transform him again, most likely, unless I have wild hair at my butt. And the only negative thing about him, the only con, is this little flap on his foot. It just wants to keep flopping. The pin is not tight. I'm sure I can fix that myself, but for $100, you know, I expect perfection, I guess. I probably shouldn't, but otherwise his joints are all tight. They're very solid. Man, to bend his elbow, I have to grab his arm to be able to move it, and it's not too tight. And I would say to me, it's just right, so it will really hold a pose. That's one of the other reasons why I chose Badcube over MMC. It's just, I think they look a little more like the cartoon, and I love the head sculpts better. And Hoist is, I go for the cartoon accuracy. I know a lot of people don't. Some people go for toys. Some people want to mix. You know, whatever floats your boat. I really love the head sculpt on their LORRY, which is Hoist. I think he is perfect. Now, I've seen the mod where you can tuck these in. I do like it out, because that is, I think, more cartoon accurate. Con on my Hoist was this piece here, and I opened up, was very floppy, would not hold. All I had to do was tighten the screw, and voila, he is fine. He does have a hollowness into his torso, which this back crane part fills in, but it is noticeable for certain angles that it is not a solid piece. Otherwise, I think he's really a good figure. I don't see any other problems with him. I didn't have any other problems. And yeah, I will probably not transform him again either. It took me a while. I've seen people about the legs. His feet took me the longest. Whereas his feet weren't. I had no problem with his feet. His was just the backpack. His was the feet. So overall, I'll do a 360 for you on LORRY. I'll come back and redo it on Speed Bumpy. This is retractable. There's a little piece here toward all like G1 toys. When people they had their hands inside their arms, you can if I can line it up right. There's a piece on each side. You can slide that in if you want it shorter or longer, but it slides in for transformation. Yeah, try to get it back out. About knocking him over. Alright, also a little piece on his transformation here is a piece that comes off and turns around and fills in the hole that his hand, you know, leaves. My only con on a lot of Badcube figures, to me, is their hands. It looks like a two-fingered hand with these weird little knobs on the side. It doesn't look like two other fingers. That's just my thing. It's noticeable in certain angles. If this is closed, I don't notice it. But it's got the they're going to have the same articulation pretty much. You got the bicep. The little tip of his cannon can wiggle a little bit if you want it to. The fingers open. Thumb is affixed. He's got the hands will swivel, or wrist swivel, call that. He's got thigh swivel, knee bend. These little pieces do move a lot, and it kind of does bother me some. You can go out, forward, all the way up, kick himself in the tits, and then you bend the knee, and you can go all the way back, you can kick himself in the back. You can go further, but the backpack impedes any more of his movement. Ankle tilt, yes. So that is Hoist or LORRY. Speed Bump pretty much has the same articulation, the ankle tilt, knee bends. It's kind of hindered a little bit because of this piece. I'm sure you can wiggle these knees around. Kick the same, all the way, and all the way. The backpack will impede any more movement up. And you know his arms are going to be the same because they are the same arms. So, yeah, wrist and bicep swivel here. Fortunately, I guess I didn't do his shoulders on LORRY. Raise this up a tad so you can see their top better. And it's so tall it will hit the top of their chest, so it's not really going higher than that. But you can tight joint, but you can rotate it all the way around. It's a tight joint, very tight. So the only thing loose on my speed bump is that little piece on his foot, and I didn't really have any problems on my hoist at all. No flaws. Just transformation is the only con on these figures. Speed bump comes with it's put away in my box. Like I said, I made a video, but it wouldn't load. He comes with a gun that you can put on Sunstreaker or their Sun Surge in vehicular mode, alt mode, to recreate a scene from the G1 cartoon where Sideswipe, Trailbreaker, and Sunstreaker are being chased by Laserbeak, I believe it was, and pops the gun out of his spoiler and shoots Laserbeak down. So, pretty much, I like my figures in, like I said, in robot mode, so I have really no need for it unless I retry and recreate stuff. LORRY comes with the knights from the Decepticon and King Arthur's Court, the Decepticon Raider. Yeah, the episode when they go back in time. This is, let's see, I think Spike on the horse. And yes, it was a pain to get the feet into here and not have once you get one in, one pops out. It's very pliable plastic, but you know, I didn't buy it for these little pieces. Here's this knight. He comes with another set of legs where he's sitting down, so you can recreate him sitting on Warpath or their War Dog's turret. Of course, you know, Sunstreaker, I never reviewed him. I've had him for a long time. Here's his fry or their chip. People complain about the legs falling off, a bit of irony or something, but mine, I've never had a problem. It said him just wanting to fall off his wheelchair. So, no data discs have been destroyed in the making of this video. I guess I can do their Sun Surge. He's out. The other one was the Omnigonics. Oh god, Spin Out. And he was the first one I saw, and I was on board. And you know, some of the prototype shots, I was still on board. But once I saw Badcube, and I had their Brawny, and I was like, well, you know, I know Badcube's figure. I know what I'm sort of getting. And I saw it, and like I said, I go for the more cartoon accuracy. And Sun Surge ticks that box. Spin Out would look more like a toy, another 80s toy, mixed with an IDW kind of mixing. So their Sun Surge did it for me. You know, people complain about duck feet. Now there are sort of fixes where you can line these panels up to where it sort of eliminates that, but then you get a little gap in here. You know, the only problem I had with my Sun Surge is his gun, but I had the same problem there to Takara's Sideswipe. It gets floppy in their hand. And also this foot, trying to get him to stand straight. But on a scale of 1 to 10, both Speed Bump and LORRY, I'd probably give them, just on appearance alone and robot mode, I'd probably give them I'd give him a 10 and him a 9. I'll give him that way. Him a 9, him a 10. In vehicle mode, just head on, I'd give them probably both 9s. But when you can turn them sideways and see the kibble on the undercarriage, it takes away from it. I know MMC's is a lot smoother on that. I'd probably give that, you know, almost probably a 7. I would do higher if the kibble wasn't noticeable. But when you look at it from the bottom, it looks perfectly fine. And if you want me to rate Sun Surge in here, see, if he is diecast, I don't recall. I'd have to transform again to notice any. I do like the ability to switch out the chrome with non-chrome. I haven't done that because people were breaking theirs, and I was like, well, it's not a big deal to me, so I'm just going to leave them with the chrome. You know, I prefer them without the chrome. Just have the silver. And overall, just for a cartoon-looking Sunstreaker, I'd probably give him an 8. Biggest complaint, I would say probably the face sculpt bugs me a little bit. Than just the feet a little bit. But after seeing the Spin Out from Omnigonics as it was coming closer to fruition for that one, I was like, hell no, I'm taking this one until someone else can top it. This is my Sunstreaker. See, I just have a problem. This one foot wants to always click in, so he doesn't go straight. See, the feet. It's not ducky, but it is gappy. But that's my review overall of these. They are very nice figures. Like I said, with Lorry and Speed Bump, they are hefty. I'll have some pictures in this video with comparisons with Shockwave and Fans Toys Willis. Ironhide, Trailbreaker here is the same height as Takara Ironhide. Same height. I believe he costs like $10 more, but he is, if you go by heft, he is a lot heavier. He's like the weight of 2 of those Ironhides. But heft does not, to me, mean a quality figure. He feels good in your hand, but I'm more concerned about looks and durability than I am about if they have die-cast metal in them. This is all for my video. Like I said, I'll put some pictures in this video. Thanks for watching. Until the next one, peace out.